The United States has once again been confronted with a series of powerful severe weather events, with Montana and Wisconsin emerging as two of the states significantly affected by destructive hail-producing thunderstorms. During the latest round of severe weather, meteorologists reported strong convective storm systems capable of generating large hail, damaging winds, torrential rainfall, and localized flooding. While tornadoes often receive the greatest public attention during severe weather outbreaks, hail remains one of the most destructive and costly hazards associated with thunderstorms. Recent weather events across the northern plains and upper Midwest have highlighted the growing impact of hailstorms on communities, agriculture, transportation, and infrastructure. Reports from weather agencies and storm monitoring organizations indicate that large hail accompanied several storm complexes moving across parts of Montana and Wisconsin, causing damage to vehicles, rooftops, crops, and outdoor property. The events occurred as warm, moisture-rich air collided with cooler atmospheric systems, creating highly unstable conditions favorable for severe thunderstorm development. In Montana, severe thunderstorms developed as atmospheric instability increased across portions of the state. Meteorologists observed strong updrafts within storm cells, creating ideal conditions for hail formation. Hail develops when powerful updrafts carry raindrops high into freezing layers of the atmosphere, where they accumulate layers of ice before eventually falling to the ground. During the recent storms, several communities reported hailstones large enough to damage vehicles and agricultural fields. Residents described rapidly changing weather conditions, with dark skies, intense rainfall, strong winds, and bursts of hail occurring within minutes. Emergency management officials urged residents to seek shelter and protect vehicles whenever severe thunderstorm warnings were issued. Montana's agricultural sector, which plays a critical role in the state's economy, remains particularly vulnerable to hailstorms because large hail can destroy crops within a matter of minutes. Farmers in affected regions expressed concerns about potential losses to wheat, barley, and other seasonal crops. Although detailed damage assessments are still being conducted, early reports suggest that some agricultural areas experienced significant impacts from the storm system. Wisconsin also faced a substantial threat from severe weather, including hail-producing thunderstorms that swept through several counties. Storm reports indicated multiple hail observations across the state, with some locations receiving hailstones reaching approximately 1.25 inches in diameter. Such hail sizes are capable of denting vehicles, damaging siding, breaking windows, and harming crops. The storms were accompanied by strong wind gusts that knocked down trees and power lines, further complicating recovery efforts. Weather monitoring organizations recorded several hail incidents across Wisconsin during late May, demonstrating the continued vulnerability of the upper Midwest to severe convective weather. Residents in affected communities reported sudden hail barrages that covered roads, lawns, and rooftops with ice despite relatively mild temperatures at the surface before the storms arrived. Emergency responders worked to address storm-related damage while utility crews responded to localized power outages caused by falling trees and damaged electrical infrastructure. The meteorological conditions responsible for these hailstorms were part of a broader pattern affecting much of the central and northern United States. Forecasters warned that a corridor stretching from the Great Plains into portions of the Midwest faced an elevated risk of severe thunderstorms capable of producing large hail and damaging winds. Strong temperature contrasts, abundant atmospheric moisture, and favorable wind shear combined to create an environment supportive of organized thunderstorm development. In many cases, supercell thunderstorms formed within this environment. Supercells are particularly dangerous because they possess rotating updrafts known as mesocyclones, which can support the formation of very large hail. These storms are capable of sustaining hailstones within the cloud for extended periods, allowing them to grow significantly larger before falling to the surface. Weather experts noted that hailstones produced by supercells can sometimes reach the size of golf balls, baseballs, or even larger under extreme conditions. One of the most notable characteristics of recent severe weather outbreaks has been the frequency of large hail events. Across multiple regions of the United States, severe storms have generated hail large enough to cause widespread property damage. Hail represents a unique hazard because it can strike with little warning and produce extensive losses over relatively small geographic areas. Unlike flooding, which may affect larger regions over longer periods, hail damage often occurs within minutes but leaves lasting economic consequences. Insurance companies routinely identify hail as one of the costliest severe weather hazards in the United States due to the extensive damage it causes to homes, vehicles, businesses, and agricultural operations. Communities in both Montana and Wisconsin have become increasingly aware of these risks as severe thunderstorms continue to impact the region. Meteorologists explain that hail formation depends heavily on the strength of thunderstorm updrafts. When warm, moist air rises rapidly into colder portions of the atmosphere, water droplets freeze and begin accumulating layers of ice. These developing hailstones are repeatedly lifted by strong updrafts and may cycle through the storm multiple times. Each cycle adds a new layer of ice, causing the hailstone to grow larger. Eventually, the hailstone becomes too heavy for the updraft to support and falls to the ground. The size of hailstones can therefore provide important clues about the intensity of a storm. Large hail generally indicates the presence of exceptionally strong updrafts and significant atmospheric instability. During recent storms affecting Montana and Wisconsin, meteorologists observed environmental conditions capable of supporting severe hail production, leading to the issuance of numerous weather alerts and warnings. Transportation systems in affected areas also experienced disruptions due to the storms.